Joe Rizzo here at Ricardo Almeida Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Hamilton Township, New Jersey with Frankie Edgar after a heck of a training session.
Yeah, we got it in this morning. Great session. Renzo, Ricardo, Dante, Chris, Sapo, a bunch of guys. Masaki's here, so great session. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from when it's fresh in your head. I think that's the best, So, if Ricardo and Renzo sees I'm doing something wrong or vice versa, we jump on it and try to issue it right away.
How much having like Renzo and Ricardo around does that get you ready for BJ Penn? I mean, are you talking, you're getting into like some of the specifics of what he's doing at this part of camp?
Yeah, absolutely. We're talking strategy and stuff. BJ's a hard guy to prepare for, so to have these guys, to be able to ask them their opinions and, based on their experiences is definitely, to my benefit.
Do you feel like you fought anybody that's even similar to BJ, or is he really so, I mean, everybody says he's so unique, but is it, like, now that you're preparing for it, are you finding that he really is more different than anybody you fought?
As a whole, yeah. I competed with guys in jiu-jitsu that are, like, similar to him, yes. Have I boxed guys that are similar to him, yes. But as a whole, mixed martial artist, he's definitely one of a kind.
And what do you think about this big flight that you have to take to Abu Dhabi, and, you worry about your weight and things like that?
No, I don't cut too much weight, so, I hang out around like, 60, 65, so, that's not going to be an issue. I went out there for the press tour, so, I got to do the flight and see what it was all about, so, I'm ready for it.
And you're going to be ready to fight, like, outside in 95-degree heat?
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be quite 95. It'll be at nighttime. I'm assuming that the desert gets a little bit cooler at night, but, I train in some pretty hot wrestling rooms throughout my career. I still do up at Rutgers, so I'll be prepared for it.
How much are you kind of upset that you're going to be having to get into the zone while Renzo's having his fight on the same day? You're probably not going to be able to pay attention to it as much.
Yeah, we'll celebrate afterwards. I'm gonna have to focus on my task at hand. I'm sure I'll be, we'll have a video feed back in the locker room. I'll be, peeking at it, but I'm gonna be focused on mine. So, I'm confident he's gonna do well. So hopefully I can ride that momentum.
You're preparing some special things for BJ here?
Yeah. I mean, it's again, like I said, he's hard to prepare for. So I just got to be at the top of my game and all my skills, and that's the biggest thing for me.
And we will see the best Frankie Edgar we've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the plan. I feel like I've improved at each fight, and I plan on making my biggest improvement for this one.
All right, Joe Rizzo for MMA Diehards with Frankie Edgar at Ricardo Almeida Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Hamilton Township, New Jersey. Thanks for taking time.
No problem. Thanks.